Now let's do one numerical on how to find the forces in the anchor cable and in the tower. So the numerical is a bridge cable is suspended from towers 80 meters apart and carries a load of 30 kilonewton per meter on the entire span. If the maximum sag is 8 meters, calculate the maximum tension in the cable. If the cable is supported by saddles, which are stayed by wires inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal, determine the forces acting on the towers. So this is the first part, and the second part of the numerical is if the same inclination of backstay passes over pulley, determine the forces on the towers. Also determine the maximum bending moment for the pier if the height of the pier is 15 meters. And now let's first draw the diagram. So in the question it is given that the bridge cable is suspended from towers 80 meters apart. So the two towers at A and B, these are 80 meters apart. The horizontal distance is 80 meters, and the cable is carrying a load of 30 kilonewton per meter on the entire span. So this cable is carrying a load on the deck. See, this load on the deck is ultimately transferred to the cable. So we say that the cable is subjected to a load of 30 kilonewton per meter. So a UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter is acting over the whole span. Now in the question it is given that if the maximum sag is 8 meters. See, we know that the maximum sag will be at the center of the cable. Suppose this central point is capital C and the value of the sag is given as 8 meters. Now in the first part we have to calculate the maximum tension in the cable. So see, we know the formula of the maximum tension is under root VA square plus H square or VB square plus H square. Whichever value is larger, either VA or VB, we will put that value here, and after putting the value we will get the value of Tmax. If you see this diagram, this UDL is acting throughout the cable, throughout the span of the cable. It means that the UDL is acting symmetrically on the cable, and when the UDL acts symmetrically on the cable, the vertical loads are just half of the total load. So the total load will be UDL, convert the UDL into point load. So 30 into the length over which the UDL is acting. So 30 into length is 80. So 30 into 80 will be the total load, and just half of it will go to VA and half of it will be VB. So WL by 2. So VA and VB will be equal to total load divided by 2. So 30 into 80, this divided by 2, we will get 1200 kilonewtons. And now we will calculate the value of the horizontal thrust, and we know that the value can be calculated by taking the summation of the moment about C equal to 0. So if I take summation of a moment about C equal to 0, I can either take the left side of C or I can take the right part of the C. So I have taken the left part of the C point. So if you see the left part of the C point, see VA is acting in the upward direction. So this VA will produce a clockwise bending moment about C. So for clockwise I'm going to take positive, and for anti-clockwise I'm going to take negative. So for clockwise plus, and the perpendicular distance of VA from C will be 40. So 40 into VA. Now this H will take C point in the anti-clockwise direction, and for anti-clockwise movement we will take minus, so minus, and the perpendicular distance of line of action of capital H from C is 8 meters, so minus 8H. Now the next force is this UDL, and this UDL is acting in the downward direction. So this UDL will also produce an anti-clockwise moment about point C. For anti-clockwise we will take minus. So first convert the UDL into point load. So 30 into C, the length of the UDL on the left of C is 40. So 30 into 40, and this UDL will act at half of 40, so 40 by 2. So this equal to 0. So after, see, we know the value of VA is 1200. So after putting the value of VA and solving this equation, we will get the value of capital H equal to 3000 kilonewtons. So now the first part was to find the maximum tension in the cable. So now the maximum tension can be found out by this formula, that is Tmax equal to under root of VA square plus capital H square. Put all the values. See, VA and VB in this case are equal. If suppose VB was greater, then we will put the value of VB here in order to get the maximum tension. So after putting the values, we will get Tmax equal to 3231.10 kilonewtons. So now let's see the second part. In the second part, it is given that if the cable is supported by saddles, now it is given that we have second type of the support system, that is your saddle support system, which are stayed by wires inclined at 30 degrees. It means this is the angle of inclination of the anchor cable uh, to the horizontal. So now we have to find the forces acting on the towers. See, we know that when the saddles are used, there is only one force which is produced in the tower, and that is your vertical force. So let's see that how do we calculate these forces. See, so second part is this. So now we have found out the value of Tmax. So this will be Tmax. So we know that at the tower, the tension in the cable is maximum. So this value will be Tmax. Now this anchor cable is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. So this alpha will be 30 degrees. Suppose this tension in this anchor cable is T1. Now we know that we studied in the previous section that capital H is equal to T max cos theta. Now, when we studied the analysis of the cable subjected to UDL, we studied that in a cable at any point, the the horizontal component of tension is equal to the horizontal thrust. So capital H will be equal to T max cos theta. From here, I can find out the value of theta, which will come out to be cos inverse H upon T max. After putting all the values, I will get the value of theta. After getting the value of theta, just what we studied, that T1 cos alpha is equal to T max cos theta. Now put all the values of cos alpha, cos theta and T max. I will get the value of T1. So the value of T1 will come out to be 3464.1 kilonewton. Now we have to find out the vertical forces on the tower. Since it is a saddle type system, therefore no horizontal force will be produced on the tower. So the vertical force on the tower will be just what we studied, T1 sin alpha plus T sin alpha. So put all the values. After putting the values, we will get the value of the vertical force on the tower to be 2931.98 kilonewton. Okay, so the second part is over. Now let's go to the third part. So in the third part, it is given that if the same inclination of the backstay, say backstay is the anchor cable is also known as backstay. So if the same inclination of the backstay passes over pulley, now in this part we are given that it is a pulley system. So the same anchor cable is now passing over a pulley and at the same inclination. So now we have to determine the forces on the towers. So now let's see the forces. So this is a diagram. So if this is Tmax, we know that in a pulley system, both the tensions are equal. So if this is Tmax, this will also be Tmax. This angle is theta, this angle is alpha. We have already calculated the values. Just put the values in the formulae. So vertical force on the tower will be equal to T max sin alpha plus sin theta. So after putting the value, you will get the vertical force on the tower to be 2815.48 kilonewton, and the horizontal force on the tower will be T max cos theta minus cos alpha, which will come out to be 201.82 kilonewton. Now let's come to the fourth part. So in the fourth part, we are given that also determine the maximum bending moment for the pier if the height of the pier is 15 meters. So in the saddle type system, we know that no bending moment is produced since no horizontal force is produced in the tower. So the maximum bending moment will be equal to 0. And for the guided roller support system, we know that the formula, it is the total horizontal force into the height of the tower. So the total horizontal force was 201.82 and the height of the tower was given as 15. After solving, we will get 3027.3 kilonewton meter.